Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Mallikarjun here with a quick demonstration on one of the new topic, that is your database startup and shutdown sequence. Right. So in typically, if you follow our database architecture concept, what we explained in past in my channel, uh, my database I wanted to bring it from the various positions, various modes. So one of the common questions in most of the interview, what are my database startup sequence or startup modes? So typically your database startup sequence goes like this. You have shutdown, your database instance or database is shut down. From the shutdown, you're gonna take your database to no mount. From the no mount, you're gonna take your database to mount. From the mount, you're gonna take your database to open. So in typical scenario, from shutdown to no mount, it's gonna read SP file or P file. So by reading SP file and P file, your database instance will go from shutdown to no mount. From no mount to mount, it's going to read your control file, your database control file. By reading the control file, it's going to go from no mount to mount. From the mount to open, it's going to read all your data files and then redo log files. By opening your data file and redo log, by reading those data files and redo log, your database will get opened. So this is your typical database or startup sequence, right? So that startup sequence can varies from your standalone database to your rack database or the ASM database. So in case of a standalone, let's say a standalone, in case of standalone, let's say my database startup sequence goes like this. I can connect to my database. It will be like shutdown. From shutdown, you're gonna do startup, no mount. That is your first sequence. And then you're gonna do shutdown to startup, mount, and you're gonna do startup or just startup, or let's do one more thing here. Shutdown to startup no mount. I can do alter database mount, and then I can say alter database open. So this is your typical startup sequence. Shutdown to no mount, and then from no mount to mount, mount to open. And now you can shut down to directly do a mount. So internally Oracle will do a no mount, and then it's going to go to mount mode. And then you can do alter database open. So this is your second way of starting your database. And then shut down to just startup, or you can do startup open. Right? All of them are like same way of sequence your database startup. Like I have this DevDB database instance here. I'm going to kill that one so that I can show one or two demonstration on that. Your database instance is down now here, right? Your database instance is down. I'm going to connect su oracle.orinv, and I can say devdb. I can run sql plus slash as sysdba, and then I can do from shutdown. I can do first option a startup no mount. It's going to read my SP file, and then it's going to start my database instance. If SP file is not available, it's going to read my P file. If SP file and P file not there, your instance will not start. Your instance is started. Now I'm going to do alter database mount. You're going to go into mount mode. Alter database mount. It got mounted. And now I'm going to do alter database open. It got opened. So that's your typical startup sequence. Now I'm going to do one more time. Kill my instance. Kill -9. Your instance is down, right? Fair enough. So you can connect back to your SQL command line. And now you can do startup mount. Directly I'm mounting my database. Internally, it's going to start your database instance in no mount. From the instance in no mount to, it's going to go to mount mode. Right, and followed by I'm going to directly open my database. Right, your instance is started here, instance started, and your database mounted. Now I'm going to open my database. your database got opened. So now if I exit one more time, I'll kill my smon again or pmon, one of the mandatory background process I'm killing here. So once you kill one of the mandatory background process, your entire database or entire instance will go down. What are the mandatory background processes? smon, pmon, dbreader, logreader, checkpointer. These are your mandatory background processes. So again, I'll connect back, and now I can do just startup or startup open. So we're going to directly do instance no mount and mount your database and open your database. Right, your instance is started here in no mount, and your database is mounted here, and your database is got opened. Right, so that is your typical database or startup sequence. And then we can talk about my database shutdown sequence in our next class. Thank you guys.